I am nothing, but I must be everything. I am a machine condemned to devour books. The existence of the state is inseparable from the existence of slavery. All history is nothing but a continuous transformation of human nature. The ruling ideas of each age have ever been the ideas of its ruling class. Social progress can be measured by the social position of the female sex. The first requisite for the happiness of the people is the abolition of religion. Religion is the opium of the masses. The production of too many useful things results in too many useless people. The history of all previous societies has been the history of class struggles. Communism is the riddle of history solved, and it knows itself to be this solution. If you can cut the people off from their history, then they can be easily persuaded. The tradition of all dead generations weighs like a nightmare on the brains of the living. Democracy is the road to socialism. Landlords, like all other men, love to reap where they never sowed. Necessity is blind until it becomes conscious. Freedom is the consciousness of necessity. The theory of communists may be summed up in the single sentence: abolition of private property. To be radical is to go to the root of the matter. For man, however, the root is man himself. The last capitalist we hang shall be the one who sold us the rope. Religion is the impotence of the human mind to deal with occurrences it cannot understand. The bureaucracy is a circle from which no one can escape. Its hierarchy is a hierarchy of knowledge. To be radical is to grasp things by the root. The philosophers have only interpreted the world in various ways. The point, however, is to change it. Accumulate, accumulate. This is Moses and the prophets. Moments are the elements of profit. You must be aware that the reward for labor and quantity of labor are quite disparate things. Political power, properly so called, is merely the organized power of one class for oppressing another. The rich will do anything for the poor, but get off their backs. The hand mill gives you society with the feudal lord, the steam mill society with the industrial capitalist. The increase in value of the world of things is directly proportional to the decrease in value of the human world. Revolutions are the locomotives of history. Machines were, it may be said, the weapon employed by the capitalist to quell the revolt of specialized labor. Nothing can have value without being an objective utility. The demand to give up the illusions about its condition is the demand to give up a condition that needs illusions. The country that is more developed industrially only shows to the less developed the image of its own future. Reason has always existed, but not always in a reasonable form. Capital is dead labor, which, vampire-like, lives only by sucking living labor, and lives the more labor it sucks. Take away a nation's heritage, and they are more easily persuaded. The question whether objective truth can be attributed to human thinking is not a question of theory, but is a practical question. History is the judge, its executioner the proletarian. Society does not consist of individuals, but expresses the sum of interrelations, the relations within which these individuals stand. The oppressed are allowed once every few years to decide which particular representatives of the oppressing class are to represent and repress them. History repeats itself, first as tragedy, second as farce. Let the ruling classes tremble at a communistic revolution. The proletarians have nothing to lose but their chains. They have a world to win. Workingmen of all countries unite. Man makes his own history, but he does not make it out of the whole cloth. He does not make it out of conditions chosen by himself, but out of such as he finds close at hand. A people without a heritage are easily persuaded. Capitalism teach a man to fish, but the fish he catches aren't his. They belong to the person paying him to fish, and if he's lucky, he might get paid enough to buy a few fish for himself. When the sufferers learn to think, then the thinkers will learn to suffer. A nation cannot become free and at the same time continue to oppress other nations. The liberation of Germany cannot therefore take place without the liberation of Poland from German oppression. Be careful to trust a person who does not like wine. History is the judge, its executioner the proletarian.